What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Offbeat from another hiatus. Episode 8.
8, yes, sir. Ocho.
How's everyone doing? How was their, December? How was their holiday season?
Dude, it's almost Christmas.
5 more days and we're over. 10 more days and we're done with this year.
Yep. But it looks like nothing's changing, early 2021. So, for those of you probably don't even fucking care, but your boy had COVID, these past couple weeks, and I am now COVID free. Fucking made it. I survived. You know what I'm saying? So,
You know what he's saying?
To celebrate that, make sure to hit that sub button, please.
And hit that like button.
Yeah. But your boy's COVID free now. But regardless, here in California, it seems like it's going to be a little bit more of the same for 2021.
Yeah.
Regardless, it is going to be a brand new year. And with that means big goals for the channel. Yup.
New stuff for the channel.
New stuff.
Forgot to mute my phone.
Wow. Hey, man. Are you a fucking professional or not?
No.
Come on, man. It's some amateur stuff. Mute your phone, man.
No,
Come on, man.
No. Yeah, we got a lot of goals for this channel. A lot of things that we're gonna try to accomplish.
Incorporate. It's been a kind of a slow start, but that was on purpose because we try to get everything, together, planned. But it's coming.
Yes, sir. So, if you like the gameplay in the background, I think we agreed on that we're gonna play Apex Legends. Hopefully, my PC can run it. So yeah, if you like the game in the background, it's Apex Legends. This is free to play, right?
Yeah, it's free to play. I think across the board. I think now it's on Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, it's on everything pretty much.
So Origin, Steam,
Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo.
Yeah, it's free to play.
Yeah, fun game.
Yeah, across all platforms.
Be stressful. Please mind us. We're not the best Apex players. We low-key suck.
Look, it's not that we suck. It's that there's a lot of fucking cheaters in this fucking game, all right?
Cheaters.
It's not our fault, dude. We try our best.
Yeah.
We do all right for ourselves. We're casuals. We're not tryhards.
Yeah. And I'm still getting used to playing on PCs. My aim is all over the place. Mind your fucking business.
Aimbot, bro. Nothing aimbot can fix.
All right. Oh, all of that will be in the description below. Their website, whatever you want to look up, it's down there. So the first thing we wanted to talk about, I don't know if you want to talk about the football stuff first. Let's leave that towards the end because I want to talk my shit.
Oh my god, here we go, dude.
All right. So first, obviously, the number one thing that's being talked about in the video game industry is obviously Cyberpunk 2077. So if you're not a gamer, if you don't know this, Cyberpunk 2077 is developed by an amazing studio called CD Projekt Red. Probably the best of the best. But low key, these guys dropped the fucking ball with this game.
They done fucked up this time.
Yeah. Well, the game is like a futuristic, cyber. I don't even know how to fucking say the word. Just like people like to put fucking robot shit in their fucking bodies. All right.
Think Blade Runner and mixed with, for those who have watched the show on Netflix, Altered Carbon.
So
it's a little bit of that.
So obviously, the game in general, it's a great game. Every game comes with glitches. Every game comes with bugs. But there's sometimes that like I think the game crashed one time on me, and I wasn't salty because I had a save point already. Because I'm a smart motherfucker. I knew I was gonna die.
Mm-hmm. Did you just lose your train of thought? Like what?
Low key.
Look.
Well, look, pretty much the game is great. Obviously, there's glitches. Obviously, there's bugs, but that doesn't take away from what the game really is. And
Mm-hmm.
you know, people have the right to talk shit because obviously they spend money on it, right? But like
Yeah.
people beating it to death, you know, PlayStation taking it off of their store, like all that shit, that's like stupid in my
Yeah.
eyes.
Okay, let's put a little bit of context in. So what happened was this game released, right? And at first there was a lot of reports about the problem. There was a lot of reports with the game being very buggy.
Yeah.
It was unoptimized. It crashed a lot. It redlined a lot. You know, for players, it's pretty much unplayable on last gen consoles. So for those that try to play it on PS4 and Xbox One, it really wasn't fucking happening, right?
Yeah.
For those that got the new gens on PS5 and Xbox, it wasn't as bad. On the Xbox Series X or Series S, it wasn't as bad, but you know there were still noticeable bugs in that. It became to the point where people were complaining, and so this is where most of the dilemma happens. This is like the big news here, because this is hardly something that ever happens. But while everyone was, you know, like shouting out to CD Projekt Red, you know, bitching at them, they told those that were having problems to get a refund. Now, the problem is that this is a third party studio, right?
Yeah.
They outsource this game to the different companies such as Sony, Microsoft, uh, uh, wherever PCs, you know,
Pretty much
fucking
everywhere
Steam,
except for
yeah,
Nintendo.
yeah. And so what happened is that apparently when they said that they hadn't, you know, this wasn't an option between CD Projekt Red and the companies that you know they outsource their game to. So you know, I guess the problem was that Sony wasn't expecting CD Projekt Red to say something like that. So when they told the fans go ask for a refund, and the fans went either to Sony or Microsoft and did exactly that, you know, there's a little rumor that Sony didn't really like that, right? This is a business anyway, and you know they're trying to run something, and what ended up happening is that all right, so it's kind of like how do I say it? And them trying to do like a little win-win, because what they want to keep from happening is people to continue to buy the game and then ask for a refund later on, right? Because the problem was also that people were asking for refunds, but then wanted to continue to be able to play it. So I think what they just did is, you know what, and to cause like further like situations like this, they just pulled the game out of the PlayStation Store,
Mm-hmm.
right? So as of now, this game is literally exclusively on
Xbox and PC.
Xbox, Microsoft, and PC. Now there are rumors are going around that they haven't pulled all the physical copies, so you technically can still like go to like GameStop, Best Buy, or you can't go in, but well, I don't know how that works. Each state just has their own fucking rules now, but you can go to those stores and you can still buy a physical copy. And if you have the PlayStation 5 that has the hard disk, I think you can still put it in and it'll run, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know what's gonna happen with the physical copies, but as of now, digitally, it's been pulled off the PlayStation Store, and that caused us like this big, great, like fucking debate, you know, in the gaming community. It's something that yeah, I don't. Has that happened before?
Nah.
No, it's not especially to a game that is
Like this
game
big.
this big. Yeah, it had a lot of hype behind it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And some like I can see where some of the hate comes from, but at the same time, like I think they're going overboard because they, you know, the gameplay and the story and all that is separate from all the technical issues, right?
Yeah.
Because besides all the bugs and all that, I mean, I haven't played it. I've seen it on Twitch, you know, and other people play. You might know more about this, But I heard it's still a great story. It's still a compelling story. The gameplay's still fun. The mechanics are still fun.
Yeah.
Right. So but people like to trash on the whole game just due to that. And it's like, my partner here said, right? There's been games before that were hype that came out with that were very buggy and they were even worse and didn't get as much hate as Cyberpunk is gaining. For one instance, Fallout 76, right? It was even reported that they sold this game as a brand new game, and they were using the same engine and same like designs from Skyrim. That was a game to what, like almost 10 years prior to
Probably even
Fallout
more
76.
low-key.
Yeah. So that, and then no one went on this big rage. No one pulled that out of any stores,
Yeah, it's
right?
like no one goes on the big rage when FIFA and Madden drop the same game every fucking year, you know?
Yeah, it's literally the same game every year, and people still buy it for $60.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I
The
would say
Witcher 3.
2K. I would say 2K, but like at least 2K, there's like some different.
They try to innovate some shit, right? But it's still the same though every year. The Witcher 3, right?
Yeah,
That game of the year, right? One of the greatest. It's considered one of the greatest RPGs of all time. But what people forget to realize
that
that
game
those who
was
bought it on launch,
that game was buggy as fuck.
yeah, it was bad.
That didn't take away from it though.
Mm-mm. But anyways, regardless, CD Projekt Red has said that they're gonna be dropping
A bunch of patches,
patches soon. So
updates.
I'm sure they'll get that fixed. But I think the hate is very overreact. Like it's an
Dramatic,
overreaction.
very dramatic.
Yeah, very dramatic by these people. I don't know if this may ruin any future relationship with
It
CG
probably
Project
will,
Red and
low key.
Sony. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of we damn, I'm over here fucking stuttering because of this. Fuck.
You're that mad?
We so in the end, we don't know exactly what went down behind the scenes,
Yeah,
but there's a lot of things that are being said, a lot of things that could have happened, but it could be. The major one is being that they decided to pull it, kind of to be a little petty as well, because in the end, CG Project Red did not talk about possibly giving refunds, to consumers, and they just went out and said, "Go ask for a refund," right? And so when people did exactly that, Sony didn't like it, so they were like, "You know what? Fuck your game. We're pulling it.
yeah, and
If
like
we're not gonna make money off of it, you're not gonna make money off of
you
it."
have like two different spectrums, right? You have like the gamers that are mad at the game, right? Some of them, most of them.
Yeah.
I say majority of them. But like you have like, the developers of other games, come to defend these people because I mean, they are fucking people, and they're like receiving death threats and all this stupid shit.
Yeah.
I think one guy, I don't know his last name, but I know his first name is Corey. He's like one of the main developers of God of War.
Uh-huh.
And he came to defend CD Projekt Red, and he's like, you see, in my eyes, I don't think what happened was that the developers didn't have the time to make the game. He felt like that the investors and the management teams kind of forced these people to like release the game how it is now. And I think in my eyes, if it was up to the developers, they probably would have delayed it for another year.
Yeah. And they had already delayed it a couple times and they got a lot of like heat from that.
Yeah.
But I think they were doing the right thing. Also, I think to kind of play devil's advocate, the other side of it is that this game was announced like what, 8 years ago?
Yeah.
Around that time. So they've had time. I think it would have just been smarter to continue. I don't care. Take the hate, take the backlash. Continue to delay the game if you know it's not completely ready.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think what frustrated people the most, I mean, it's kind of, I get it. It's been COVID season.
Yeah.
I'm
sorry.
Not everyone's
I'm like laughing because my mom just walked in and asked me where Nevaeh was at.
Oh my goodness.
Who cares?
Did she not know Bengal was home?
I don't know.
All right. Then what was I? Okay, yeah. I think what frustrated people the most were the part that I guess even before like launch, even after the delays, even before the delays, this game was being marketed as a game that was going to be able to be played as well for last gen, right? That it was going to be for all generation consoles currently on the market. And the fact that it's pretty much unplayable on PS4 and Xbox One, that has people mad, right? Especially the people who don't own the new console sort of PC. And there's two sides of it. I mean, I kind of, whatever, we are moving ahead, right? But it also has been a 2020 year where a lot of people got laid off. A lot of people don't have jobs for long periods of time. So it's understandable if one has not been able to afford, a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox or, build themselves a brand new PC, right?
Yeah.
Especially with these consoles being very hard to get. They sell out like within minutes of them, dropping out new ones on stores like every fucking time. So it's been pretty tough to get one. On top of that, it's understandable if you might be a little broke, So I guess people who were dying to play this game were like, cool, they're still coming out on Xbox One, PS4. We're gonna be able to play it, and then the fact that it's pretty much unfucking playable, I can see why that hurts a little. Like you feel like you were lied to, a little bit. And as much as that's where we also say that they kind of dropped the ball on this too, right? But it is getting exaggerated, like the death threats and all that. In the end of the day, bugs aside, technical issues aside, the game is good.
Sure.
And then I feel like a little bit of this will be mended when the patches come out and people get to truly experience the capability of Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
And then a year from now, maybe by the end of 2021, it probably will be a Game of the Year category.
Yeah, probably. I mean, you got to look at like obviously history repeats itself when it comes down to bad games, right? Like Fallout 76 was a bad game at launch, but people love it now.
No Man's Sky. Remember that one?
Yeah, like No Man's Sky was bad, but now with all the updates and patches that they put into the game is fun.
But no one pulled that game out from any stores. Remember that? People were lied to about that game. They said there'll be multiplayer, play with your friends. Launch, no multiplayer, bro.
Well, they did say that you would not be able to find your people.
Nah, they
so technically they didn't lie. They didn't lie.
No. We saw the documentary. This dude lied his ass about like half of the game's capabilities.
Yeah.
They were not even there. That's it. Literally, No Man's Sky could be the biggest launch game disaster in gaming history. But no one pulled them out the store.
Like, honestly, I think
no one.
We played Grounded, and that game is buggy as fuck. But we still have fun with that fucking game. Regardless, because it's a good game. We're going to look aside from the bugs. Obviously, the bugs are going to affect a little of the gameplay. But that doesn't take away from what these people are doing. It
doesn't take away from the experience. We don't let it take away from the experience.
Obviously, everything, these games are hard to fucking make, So I understand what these, I don't understand. But, I know what these people are going through. These guys are putting hours and hours of work. They put 8 hours into this game. 8 hours? 8 years of this game.
8 hours. Well, that fucking explains it. That explains it.
They put 8 years to make this game what it is. And yeah, it's disappointing. But it's obviously, Halo, it's been in the making for 5 years now. And people expected it to come out this year, but it's just, shit happens.
Hey, and after seeing what's happened, they're like, nope, we're gonna delay it again till fall.
Yeah, we saw okay, the game didn't look bad, but you could tell something was off, and they delayed it for a whole year, pretty much, right?
Yeah, pretty much. It was supposed to be out on launch. It was supposed to be out on console launch.
Yeah, November.
For the Series X. Yeah, November. And now it's been pushed back to
fall 2021.
Fall 2021, yeah.
So like, and obviously, you know, they will be like posting up like updates, you know, how the game looks now, and the game looks completely fucking different from how it used to look. And I think what Halo and like other developers should learn from Cyberpunk is that maybe they should just drop the Xbox One and PlayStation 4. There's no need for them anymore. I get it, people don't have like the newer ones, but it's like, why are you gonna put yourself in that mess when it's gonna be a lot harder for you to make games for all these fucking consoles, you know? So I think Halo should learn from this and be like, you know what? Let's drop the Xbox One version and those versions and just keep it on the Series X and fucking PC. Because I don't know. I don't want these guys to go through the same thing that, you know, this great company went through.
And to be like, also, I would like to say, and no, I'm not a fucking Microsoft shield, right? They're not paying me. We're not sponsored. But
should sponsor
probably, can you hear the vacuum? Can you hear the vacuum? The vacuum?
A little. It's all right.
Like, fuck. All right. Ignore that. But I would say for those who can't afford the Series X, to be honest, the Series S is $200 cheaper. It is not a bad fucking console.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Like, especially with like, let's say Xbox Game Studios, like they're gonna be developing for those two consoles. Mm-hmm. So you shouldn't have to worry about that. You shouldn't have to worry about, oh, is it gonna be optimized for this? Obviously, Valhalla wasn't optimized for nothing because that shit was fucking. I don't even know. I still haven't beat it because that game keeps on fucking crashing on me. But okay, it doesn't take away from the game because I still think the game's a good game. It's just, what the fuck? What kind of port is that? But obviously, you know, Valhalla is not going to be optimized for the Series S. Multi-platform games are not going to be optimized for those games, like for that console. But when you have like the studios, like let's say Playground Games, 343 Studios, the Collision, you know, all these Xbox studios, they're gonna be making it for those two consoles and the PC.
Yeah, look, if you're a big fan of the Game Pass and you can't afford a Series X, the Series S is perfect for that. It's literally like a straight up Game Pass machine, right? You won't get the 4K, but let's be honest, most of you fuckers don't have a 4K TV or a 4K monitor.
Yeah.
Right. And even then, I'm pretty sure unless you have an OLED 4K TV that's like $1,500, you're going to be running at 60 hertz. So you literally can't use any of the power that the Series X or the PlayStation 5 can output. So, hey, the Series S is going to be perfect for you. Still runs at 1440p.
I mean, to
up
be
to
honest,
120 FPS.
To be honest, I guess you could just say, like, if you could save up the money and you could hold off, just hold off for now. Because on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and Series S, there's nothing to fucking play in those games.
There's options. You don't have to stay stuck on last gen.
Yeah, like those are options, but if you could wait a bit, you know, save up your money, get a Series X or a fucking PlayStation 5, you know, these... I would do that if I was like, you know, I didn't have a PC. I would have just saved up and get a fucking Xbox Series X. But, you know, to people right now, we're in a weird situation. I say just hold off. You know, no big game is coming out until like 2021. So just chill the fuck out. Wait until next year. Wait until E3 before you make your decision, you know? Let them show you what they have. And once they show you, you make your decision off of that, you know? Obviously, Halo's coming out next year for Xbox, and that's going to be a big game. Like a really big fucking game. Probably the biggest game next year. Which is probably going to get hated on to death again. I guess you could just say, just hold off for now. I don't see a reason to buy them now. So I bought a PC because there's games that I could play on PC that I can't play on Xbox. And games that I've been wanting to try. But I just, you know, I couldn't do it on my Xbox. So I don't know. the gaming industry is it's collapsing.
It's
Like Tom
not
Cruise said, I'm trying to fix this fucking industry.
Tom Cruise is the savior we deserve.
Low key. Even though that's a little overboard, you didn't have to scream at him like that, though.
Yeah, for real. But 4 days.
I understand.
Hey, and 4 days though.
But
HBO Max, bro.
oh yeah, Wonder Woman. All right, let's get into the movies now. Enough video game talk. Fuck, because that shit just gets me mad.
Hey, Wonder Woman though.
Yeah. So obviously, in movies, there's been a lot of talk on movies. Disney just had their big panel for Marvel and all that. They released a bunch of news for their Phase 4. Making a Fantastic Four movie, all that bullshit. Obviously, Wonder Woman, 1984. Is that what it is? The 84?
Yeah, the 84.
That's coming out on Christmas Day. So I'm very excited to see that. The first movie that I've been excited to see since, like, I don't even fucking know. Since, like, Godzilla. I think that was, like, the last one that I was, like, really excited about. I wanted to see Tenet, but then I heard it had problems. I didn't want to see it anymore.
we didn't even get to watch it on Saturday.
Because I couldn't pay attention.
Friday.
That shit was so fucking hard to pay attention.
We showed up and we, like, screwed everything up, dude.
What's it called? Obviously, Marvel and Warner Brothers are both, like, throwing punches at each other, which is good. Competition makes better products. I think Zack Snyder, our Lord and Savior, just had like a bunch of interviews with people on YouTube. And he was explaining, like, what his movie was about, when he's releasing a new trailer. Some cool announcements.
We're talking about the Snyder Cut for Justice League, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, obviously he has, like, a bunch of cool announcements that he's gonna say. Forgot. Oh, and they said the release date of his version of the Justice League, and that's on March 25th of next year, which is pretty much the same release date, I think, as Batman vs Superman. So, I'm fucking excited. I'm ready to see some shit. But next year seems like it's gonna be a big year for movies, video games, music, everything, pretty much.
I hope so.
I'm still waiting to see Beach Fossils, and it's been a fucking year.
Has she gotten any updates from that?
Well, they just said that you could wait or you could get a refund, but he decided to wait because I want to see that band again.
Yeah, but, like, have they put out anything, like, when they might start touring again?
Well, they said next year if everything goes good, But obviously, movies right now, since that's, like, the big thing that everyone's doing, movies and TV shows, right? Yeah. Everyone's doing this. That's 2020, the year of movies. Netflix and chill and shit.
Yeah, I bet you, like, starting next year, like, by fall again, we're gonna see how many babies were born from 2020, dude, because of all the stay at home.
Well.
Oh, talking about that, guess what? I just started watching, dog.
What?
I'm behind, like, 2 seasons. But I'm finally on The Mandalorian.
Well, I mean, it's only 2 seasons.
So
I don't want to talk about The Mandalorian. The Mandalorian, the ending pissed me off. So I don't care. Even though, okay.
Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
I'm not gonna spoil it. But I'm not gonna say it pissed me off. But I just have a lot of questions. And if you know me, I'm not really the biggest Star Wars fan.
Yeah, the last couple kind of ruined it for you.
Even from, like, the originals, I'm not a big Star Wars fan.
Oh, then you're just a hater then.
No, it's not that. It's just I see a lot of potential. Like, I'm someone that when I watch a movie, when I see potential and they don't do that potential, it kind of annoys me. There's a lot of things you could have done with the Star Wars universe. Okay, I'm not gonna say the original because the originals. But, like, let's say the prequels, all that from above, you had so much potential to, like, expand the Star Wars story, and you just keep on bringing back the Skywalkers. Let them be. Okay, do something different. You can make a Star Wars movie without the Skywalkers.
The Rise of Skywalker was really bad. I'll give you that one. Especially the ending. It was the most annoying, corny ass. Like, and you know what's funny? We expected it too.
Yeah, well, once she was thinking about her name, we were like, you better not fucking say it.
It was cringy as hell. Because if you think about the honest timeline, this bitch knew Luke for like what? A couple months at most. Well, like, it was bad.
I think out of the whole new trilogy, the only character that I actually cared about was Kylo Ren, and they just fucked his character up so bad, and that shit pissed me off. But honestly, you know, there's a lot of questions I have from that ending from The Mandalorian, and it's like you set her up for potential. You know, I'm not a big Star Wars fan, but I played the fucking game, right? The Fallen Order, and I thought that game was fucking amazing. Why not make that guy canon into the actual fucking shit? Like, that guy was such a good fucking character.
True.
But
Gasa's playing that game right now.
Like, it's so good. Like, it's such a good game. Like, you could bring back, like, okay, fuck, I don't even want to say it because it's a spoiler to you. Well, someone comes back. 2 people come back from the originals. And, like...
Wait, during the game? Or during the Mandalorian?
The Mandalorian. Well, like, obviously 2 people come back that, like, you... It's just weird. Like, why not bring back someone that, like, people want to see? You get me? Like, I wanted to see Mace Windu come back, you know? Like, bring back Samuel L. Jackson. And they don't want it.
But by then, he's dead.
I mean, Obi-Wan was still alive, so... Well, he was, you know... He just died. But, like... I don't know, man. Star Wars, it's like a hit or miss with me. Some of the episodes are good, and some of the episodes are...
Well, look, the reason I started watching is because I heard it was pretty good, you know. So I was like, I'll give it a chance.
Yeah, right? It's good. It's good. But like I said, I just get annoyed when potentials don't... They don't hit those potentials, bro. They don't hit them.
Like Cyberpunk?
Yeah, pretty much.
Shit. Well,
like I don't even know what like a big potential from like a movie that like I don't know the last movie that has done like a potential that you're just like, oh my god, they actually fucking did that, you know? Like they really killed this motherfucker. Oh, probably Uncut Gems, but I mean, you kind of felt that coming. Yeah, you kind of felt that coming the whole.
Yeah, that movie had its own issues, though. You know what hasn't been disappointing?
What?
Attack on Titan.
Okay, episode 3 was pretty good.
I wish that, being that it came out so late in December, I think it's going to be a runner. It's going to be definitely in the running for anime of the year for 2021.
Well, they're saying this is only part 1, so there's going to be a part 2 or like a movie or something like that. Which I'm fine with both.
Yeah, I'm fine with both. Skill is more.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. I think out of everything in Attack on Titan, since now we're going to anime, and we really didn't even talk about anything.
I mean,
there's not really anything to talk about other than Disney.
Wonder Woman's gonna come out soon, so make sure you watch it. You know.
Oh, there's a Disney movie coming out. A Pixar one. Is it Soul? I think that's coming out on Christmas Day too for Disney Plus.
Yeah, well, you get to watch that. And then other than that, Justice League's dropping a new trailer, but that's about it. So.
Oh, and then Loki, the Scarlet Witch show, Falcon. All those shows showed like a trailer for their show, right? Disney Plus looks like it's gonna be really good next year. If you have Disney Plus, that shit's good because Netflix is becoming fucking expensive.
Yeah. Netflix is ass and expensive now. To be honest, other than when it comes to Amazon Prime, I don't even have Amazon Prime for the fact that it does like a streaming service. Because to be honest, the only show worth watching to me there is The Boys, and that just finished. So, you know, other than buying items, I don't really care about Amazon Prime Video. So that's kind of ass. To me, Netflix is
there's
ass.
only two. There's only two shows on Amazon.
To me, there's one.
So you didn't watch Vinland Saga? The fuck you talking about?
That's not even a show. That's an well, I guess it's a show. But it's an anime. Okay, cool. Yeah, those two. Those two are the only ones I care about. That's it, right? Out of all what they have, they're all their library.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Even like Jack Ryan, is that not on Amazon?
Okay, yeah, but I don't see them dropping the third season anytime soon. All right. Then Netflix to me has just become ass, including their originals. It just get worse and worse every time. The only reason I have Hulu is because of my phone service, which gives it to me for free. And even then, I hardly watch that because I hate their library, right? So to me, something that's really been worth it, and I think should only be worth it because of what they're doing, is Disney Plus and HBO Max. Yeah. To be honest, between those two, that's all you're ever going to need.
Exactly.
And Disney Plus you can get for less than half the price of Netflix right now.
Like honestly, the only two things I like from Netflix, it's pretty much like The Witcher, because I thought that was a great season 1, and obviously Stranger Things, right? Because they fucking canceled Mindhunter and they broke my fucking heart.
But you don't see those seasons coming out anytime soon, so there's no reason to continue paying a monthly subscription.
Yeah, right now until those come out, you know.
Yeah, for shit I'm not really gonna watch because I won't watch any of them other things until Witcher 2 comes back, season 2 comes back, and they drop the new Stranger Things.
Yeah, then that's when like it'll be worth it.
Yeah, and I'll binge it within like a week or two anyway.
Yeah.
So then I'll unsubscribe right after.
I mean, they're starting to make like a lot of more anime. Oh fuck, the Cowboy Bebop one too, the live action. That's something I want to see. But I'll wait for a trailer.
Yeah, there's no dates. Yeah, I mean,
I'll wait for a trailer for that because you know the trailer will make or break it for me. I don't really trust Netflix.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, you can't go wrong with HBO Max or Disney Plus right now.
Dude, HBO Max is gonna lose fucking Crunchyroll, I think, because they just sold Crunchyroll to Sony. I don't think it's gonna be on HBO Max anymore, unless that's an agreement that they have. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I have Crunchyroll.
Regardless, I mean that shit's free. Yeah, that shit's
free. Yeah, it comes with ads, but it's free. So it's a great anime library. Check it out.
They have a lot of originals.
Yeah, but that's about it. It's not really many news. And then in the anime world, like I said, Attack on Titan. It's only 3 episodes in, but so far it's been amazing. Yeah. And then we did get a new trailer for the new season of My Hero,
which looks good.
Yep.
I think obviously, you know, a lot of animes are split into 2 parts. At least the good ones are, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Unless, you know, that doesn't mean that you need 2 parts to be a good anime. Obviously, I think the first part is gonna focus on, you know, I'm not gonna spoil, but focus on the kids more, you know. Get used to, you know, how much these people have matured. Changed. Yeah, matured and changed. You know, become stronger. But obviously, I'm waiting for that part 2 because I already know what happens. Unless, you know, they just do it right off the gate, which will be kind of crazy.
I think they ease into it and then they go all out with it.
Yeah.
Regardless, they won't do no wrong in my eyes.
If you're a My Hero fan, just know season 5 it's gonna change things. It's gonna change things.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Yeah. So, okay, what are your honest thoughts of this new season, the new studio that's making Attack on Titan, all that shit? The music,
it's good.
The CGI that it uses.
To be honest, maybe it's because of my untrained eye, but in terms of like design and animation, I don't really see that much of a difference.
Yeah, honestly,
But to me, like, I never had an issue. I think the design for Attack on Titan animation has always been great from season one, right? And whoever this new studio is has kept it fairly similar. Because I haven't
It's
seen much of a
it's
difference.
Mappa.
So it's still great because it always was great. So
I honestly like
it's awesome.
this animation more than the original. Even though in the original is great, you know?
Hmm.
You know, obviously that carried on to other animes that studio made that you know, I ended up loving their animes too, you know?
Villain.
Like Villain Saga, it's made by the same studio of the original studio of Attack on Titan. And it's pretty much the same artwork, the same art style, but it's just a different story. And honestly, I think there's some animes that have such like bad drawings, even though they could have an amazing story, I just wouldn't care for it just because of how the fuck the animation is. So I feel like Attack on Titan is one of those animes that it's like, you know, you get the best of both worlds, right? You get the good animation and you get that amazing story. Like My Hero, I feel like season one was like whatever's, but then the animation kept on getting better and better. And I think that's what's up, you know? That's what I want to see. I must say, from a standpoint, I think the ending song of this new season is the best ending song Attack on Titan has ever had. Cause that shit fire. I could listen to that shit every day. But what do you like? How it's like different now? You got everyone else's point of view, but now you're getting the supposed bad guys of the show, their point of view. How do you like that?
Um, I mean, I like it because we want to, after the ending of season two, wait, fuck, I'm lost. What season are we in now?
Or
Four. Yeah, at the ending of season three, when we found out like the bigger scope of what's going on, right?
yeah,
So many questions.
yeah,
What's going on? So it's nice to see that perspective. Now you kind of get a little bit more of understanding of why Zeke, Reiner, and then all of them did what they did,
yeah.
you know, and why they're doing it. So I think that's been great because it's all about perspectives, right? It's turned to
Have you seen the new episode?
no, I have not.
Oh man,
Oh yeah,
you gotta watch
like
it.
I think it's turning into like there's no technically everyone's right and wrong, but in their own way,
Yeah,
but they only see things from their perspective. So some, in their eyes, they're right, they're wrong. And then the other side, vice versa, right?
yeah. Everyone
And
has
it's all
something that
about
they're fighting
context.
for.
Yeah. And then it's all on context. And I love stories like that, because it does bring a lot of, it makes you think and it brings up internal dilemmas because then you start to question like, who is right or wrong? Like, who do I agree with more, you know? And you kind of see yourself in that situation in the character's shoes and you start to question like what would I do myself putting in this situation. It's very thought-provoking,
Yeah,
right, in terms of the story and the drama, and I like that. I think it's dope. To me, Attack on Titan has never disappointed from season one, and i i, I expect big things from this season.
like
You know
obviously,
more
you
than I
know,
do,
like
but
everyone kind of like was disappointed on season two just because of how short it is. But I feel like season two is probably one of the best like seasons out of all of them. I like I see them all as equal pretty much. No season goes down, no season is up, you know? They're all pretty much the same. They're just great. And I think they like how the fuck did like that writer come up with this type of shit, dude? That shit's crazy.
true.
I think more animes should learn from this cuz I mean, obviously I never watch Naruto cuz first of all that's just too fucking long for me. Um I haven't watched One Piece. I have like it's been a while since I've seen Dragon Ball Z, but I think one thing I like from Attack on Titan, and I think a lot of other anime studios should like use from this, is how it makes you have a connection with people that you thought you would fucking hate, right? you know, you get everyone's backstory, the villains, the good guys, you get everyone's, right? And I feel like My Hero never really did that, right? But like it's just one chapter, one episode that could change all that, right? And obviously we're gonna get backstories of other people, you know, like in the future. But I felt like they should have just done it like here and now. It's been 5 seasons and I still don't know anything about Shigaraki. And I love how like
it's true. It's like when it comes to the villains, there you just hate them.
yeah,
You don't even try to understand it. Like you just, oh, you're bad. You do shitty things. I don't like you.
Okay. The only one that you actually got a background for so far is Twice, and I think he's one of the best villains of the show. Oh, and Overhaul too. But man, fuck Overhaul.
Oh, I was just saying, so far the only thing they did like that were they things right when it comes to villains because they were really compelling.
Yeah,
I think to me was Stain.
Oh yeah, him too. He got
and Overhaul. Because once you got a little bit more, you know, like with Stain, he didn't come out long, right? No spoilers, but he didn't come out long. But just with the time he had, you were able to feel his feelings, right?
Yeah.
You were able to understand and connect with him. And that's what made his character so compelling, even for just a short amount of time. And then at first, and then they did something similar with Overhaul, except it took a little bit longer. But you know, once you kind of understood, you're like,
yeah, hey, you understand his plan. You understand why he's doing
like, everything. Oh shit, you know, it like
he's a monster, but it's like in his eyes, he's doing it because of someone that he loves. You know?
Yeah, and it's crazy, right? The things you do for the people you love.
Yeah, and I love that. I think the Overhaul like arc was good. The Stain arc was good. I just feel like Shigaraki hasn't gotten that like arc that's like really fucking good. Obviously, he's gonna get it pretty soon because I already know. But it's like I wish it would have happened like in season 1 or season. It just sucked, you know. It just sucks seeing like, oh, I just hate All Might. That's why I'm fighting you. But like,
true.
You know, I think compelling characters also make a break in anime for me. Because I think, you know, Askeladd in Vinland Saga is probably one of my favorite characters I've ever seen in an anime. And I fucking hated that guy in the beginning of that fucking show. But then again, seeing his background, seeing where he came from, seeing who he is, his goal, his plans, it just made you fucking love that guy. Regardless of what he did before. Regardless of the bad shit, you know? You just want that guy to succeed. And that shit broke my heart.
Go watch it if you haven't already. It's a good one.
Yeah. I think that's the show that like other than obviously Askeladd and Thorkel, every character was good. And then I had some problems with the main character, but it's whatever's. But I think every character is good, and obviously there's like stepping stones to everything in that show. This is like the same as Attack on Titan. There's stepping stones to everything. You get one question answered, but you got 5 more questions to get answered. I like that.
True.
I like
facts.
I like animes and movies that make me think. Stimulate my brain.
Man, I've been holding back the sneeze for a fucking while.
Sneeze.
Probably breaking my nose, man. I hate sneezing.
What hurts?
Fuck. Low key.
It hurts.
Low key.
All right. So I guess this is a good stopping point. We're about to reach 50 minutes. I think that's good enough.
That's good time. That's good time.
I think we're
drop
getting
a
better
comment below if you like the amount of time we talk for.
Oh yeah, if you want it shorter or longer, just let us know.
Yeah, we can always put more. But we try to, like I said, we're nerds at heart, so we try to keep specializing the nerd. With a little. Oh, hold up, we still have one thing to talk about, bro.
What?
We're not done yet.
Oh yes, let me talk my shit real quick. So,
as commissioner of the Perras Fantasy Football League, I never thought you would be the one in the finals right now. It is that fucking time, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's just say, people said I had the worst team, and now I got the most stacked team.
You guys have been with us from this journey since episode 1.
Since we first started.
And now it's time. We're here. The last week.
Last week.
Finals.
The final.
Shout out to those who made the playoffs, which was you, El Demonio, or should I say Bloodlust Buck now. He changed his name. Bangle and
Jesse.
Jesse. Yeah. And then to those who did not, right? There's always next year. Our last year's champion didn't even make playoffs this year.
The one time back to back.
The one time, back to back. Was trying to make it the 2-time, but he won't get that chance.
But he's not Dr. Disrespect.
No. So, yeah, that's.
Hold on. Let me talk my shit. I was projected to win 1 game this season. This is a hard thing for me to talk about. Okay. I was projected to win 1 game. Now look at me. Now look at your boy. I'm fucking dominating. Low key, I didn't expect to get this far. But hey, Stephon Diggs, I love you.
I hope
that's all I gotta say. That's all I got.
I hope you fucking lose.
No, why? So you can use the money to make the barbecue?
Yeah, son. Cause fuck.
I mean,
look, it was the thing with fantasy is that it's any given Sunday.
Yeah.
Your Bengal was projected to win 0 games. He held that number 1 spot the whole time. The man only lost like 3 games, right? So he surprised that. And then come playoffs, choke. Lamar Jackson
that shit.
Yeah. And it's crazy because, like I said, he was projected to win 0 games after the draft. 0. And then came out on a 10-3 lead. The man had 10 wins.
In a row.
In a row, man.
That shit was crazy.
He was undefeated for a while, yeah. And then he made it postseason. And boom. That's the fantasy game, man. You never know.
Let's say he choked on not putting a certain person. Okay.
Yeah. And it's crazy. It's the fun. That's the fun thing about fantasy, right?
Yeah.
Brings out a lot of emotions because it's like so as a fan, you hate certain players or certain teams, right?
Yeah.
You hate certain teams. But then you read, like, when it comes to fantasy, you as a fan, you talk all that shit about these players, but you know their real value. And although you hate him as a fan, you're like, I know what he can do, right?
Yeah.
So then you get some of these teams, and then it's worse when the team you're a fan of plays
that guy.
That you need them to do good to win. It's crazy. It brings for like some good drama. It's fun, especially when it comes to trades.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Yeah, shit gets wild.
What's it called?
Well, it's a fun little thing, but shout out to Sad Boy, Junior Hendrix, Jose Angel. I just put your government out there, dog. Redacted.
It's all right.
We're gonna have to redact.
I mean, if they go on my social media, my name is on there, so who cares?
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, but he is in the finals. We're gonna see what the fuck happens, man. You nervous?
Low key, but I feel like I don't know the matchups for next week, but I feel like I'll do good. Regardless if I win or lose, I prove myself as a good fantasy football team manager.
Well, it was about time because last year you fucked that shit up.
I was like third, fourth place.
You were not 3rd or 4th place.
Yes, because Edward got fucking Edward got.
You didn't even make playoffs.
No, I'm talking about like 3rd to last. My bad.
3rd to last.
3rd to 4th place. 3rd to last. 3rd to 4th away.
What you know is that Jedi and John Wick are probably some of the worst football managers I've ever met.
True.
They're consistently bad, and shout out to them.
On the comic section, please, everyone, wish me luck. Finals is coming pretty soon.
So, like if you want him to lose, comment if you want him to win.
Like if you want me to lose, like if you want me to win.
Yeah, that too. But that's about it. Uh, I mean, have you said your piece? Anything else to say?
Nah, I'll stay humble. I'll stay humble until I win, and then I'll talk my shit.
All right. We'll come back to it. You know, by next episode, you will hear the winner.
Yeah.
The winner will have a nice. I'm gonna call it. I don't want to call it the Lombardi Trophy. This is our own. What should we call it? We gotta name this trophy.
I don't know. I don't know, dude.
What the? You know what? Put your thoughts and opinion. Thoughts on what we should name the trophy in the comment section. How about that? By the next time, my next episode, when I announce the winner to y'all, we will have named this trophy.
Yeah.
It will be a named trophy. And they will, they're gonna be able to hold it. They're gonna frame it somewhere, put it somewhere, where they can see it. And then next year, starting September, we will hold the draft and do it all over again.
Yes, sir.
All right. So,
and maybe by that time, if we start getting bigger, if we start doing that, maybe we'll do it live. Maybe we'll be chilling, and you'll watch us pick our fucking fantasy players.
yes, which is damn. See, this is why I picked you as a partner. It's a good thing you brought that up, because something we do want to start doing is start to go live on YouTube as well. Stream some of the games we play, right?
Yeah.
So make sure to check us out there too. We're hoping this can lead to more eyes on the channel, especially now what we plan to do in regards to more content. So yeah, we definitely, especially if it goes well, and regardless if it doesn't, we're going to continue to do it anyway, because we just love playing video games and we want y'all to hang out with us while we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, next draft we plan on live streaming it as well, so you can be there with us.
Sir.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have any, things you want to talk about, put it in the comment section. If you like the video, like that shit.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe.
Yes, sir.
I guess just end it like that. All our social medias will be in the description if you want to follow us on Twitter or Instagram.
And if you also want to reach out, you can reach out to us there. If you have any questions, talk, whatever.
You want to talk shit, go ahead. Just know that we'll be ready and we'll talk shit back.
We will clap back.
Yeah. Thanks for everyone for listening. And
we out.
We out.